It is a challenge to pick a book for a book lover for a plethora of reasons. But what can you do with a person who hates reading altogether? There's hardly any book that comes with a title. I'm a book for people who hate to read. You simply play this video and instill the love for reading in such people without recommended books. Some people don't enjoy reading. The reasons could be many. Maybe they were forced to read the world's most boring book in school. Or they got their hands on the most difficult text, and it scarred them for life. Or they are simply too lazy to read. They would instead get a summary or watch a movie adaptation or documentary than spend hours reading. Instead of giving them the stink eye, you can recommend them books that will build their love for reading. After all, there's a book out there for everyone. I've rounded up a list of 10 books for people who have little love for reading. They have fiction, classic, history, romance, and nonfiction. Name it, and you will find it in the video. Just watch it till the end. The link to each book is given in the description below if you want to order them online. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Links to the books are given in the description below. Number 10. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I will start with an author who is the master of making absurd and crazy things believable. I added Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide in my video about best fiction books as well because he is simply the best. If someone doesn't like to read, just request him to give the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy a chance. He will binge read it. For a long time, this fiction was my favorite bedtime read. It's a mixture of sci-fi, comedy, and fantasy. Arthur Dent will take you on the most ridiculous and adventurous journey of the galaxy when aliens destroy the Earth. He only has a towel, a yellow fish, and the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in his arsenal. He will have to use these weapons to fight his way through the hostile alien galaxy. The funny and witty puns and jokes will put you into fits of laughter frequently. Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Number 9. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. He is of Brazilian origin and has penned more than 200 books. Coelho's writing is so gripping that you cannot help reading his entire collection after finishing his masterpiece, The Alchemist. It is a work of fiction, but people often call it a self-help and self-discovery kind of text. I talk about this gem in my must-read books in the 20s video, as well because it is life-changing. Give this book to people who don't like typical fiction. Each page of this book is laden with golden nuggets that can change your perspective of life. The book follows the magical story of an Andalusian shepherd boy Santiago, who is hunting for worldly treasures. He learns about the riches of a completely different kind during his travel across the world. That treasure is to follow your heart. If you earnestly desire something, the universe will give you hints and opportunities to achieve your goal. Number 8. World War Z by Max Brooks. Next, we have a post-apocalyptic and sci-fi. Brooks is dubbed the Studs Terkel of zombie journalism. He also created the best-selling Zombie Survival Guide. A friend of mine didn't like reading at all. I lent him World War Z last year. Guess what, folks? He attacked my collection of fantasy and fiction a couple of months back. The book revolves around the survivors of a zombie apocalypse. They get first-hand knowledge of the horrors and hell that the army of the undead caused. Brooks has conveyed the story in such a gripping manner that you cannot put it down until you have read the final page. Recommend this to the non-readers among your friends and family, and you will not hear them say, "I don't like to read ever again." You can tell me about their experience in the comments section. Number 7. Shadowland by Jenny Carroll. Her pseudonym is Meg Kaba. She wrote the first 4 books of the Mediator series under this name. Now they are republished under her real name, Jenny Carroll. Shadowland is the first book in the Mediator line. It's a work of supernatural and paranormal fiction, recording the story of a 16-year-old Suze. She is a girl with a special gift that allows her to see and communicate with the dead. The ghosts keep nagging her until she listens to them and resolves their unfinished business. It reminds me of the TV show The Ghost Whisperer I watched more than a decade ago. Suze has no problem solving the issues of these ghosts until a more than 150-year-old ghost appears in her bedroom. He is drool-worthy kind of attractive. So where is the problem? Well, the problem is that he doesn't need Suze's help. He just likes her. Ooh. Read this paranormal romance if you haven't enjoyed binge-read stuff in a while. Number 6. Me Talk Pretty One Day by David Sedaris. He is a humorist and essayist who got famous when his essay was broadcasted on National Public Radio in 1992. His first collection of essays and short stories was published in 1994. Most of Sedaris' essays are autobiographical. They recount his middle-class suburban upbringing and family life. Me Talk Pretty is also a collection of essays which tell Sedaris' effort of learning French from a sadistic teacher. He records the entire endeavor in such a hilarious manner that you cannot control your loud laughter. Since these are short essays, it is easy to read them in chunks whenever you want a good dose of laughter. Sedaris shows how humor can be found even in the most boring situations and things in daily life. It's a great recommendation for anyone who lacks the love of reading. Number 5. The ABC Murders by Agatha Christie. She is the queen of crime and mystery thrillers, who has written dozens of crime novels and plays. She also wrote romance novels under her pseudonym, Mary Westmacott. As the name suggests, the ABC Murders is another gripping crime thriller from the Queen. A serial killer is on the loose. His MO is that he picks victims in alphabetical order. A for Alice Asher is murdered. B for Betty Bernard is also put to death. 24 more to go. Hercule Poirot is investigating. He is England's best detective, but it's really hard to understand why these murders are happening. What's more hard is to guess who will be victim C. Start this journey of mystery, suspense, and thrill with Detective Poirot. I am sure you will attack Agatha Christie's other novels in the Hercule Poirot series once you finish this one. Number 4. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. She is the mastermind of best-selling pieces, including Ninth House and the Shadow and Bone trilogy. Her short fiction is nominated for Best American Science Fiction and Fantasy. Six of Crows is a highly popular young adult fantasy and science fiction. Fans of TV shows may have watched its Netflix series. It is book 1 in the Six of Crows duo. The book creates a world of fantasy to help you forget about your dull life for a short while. Kaz Brekker is a criminal prodigy who is offered a heist that can make him rich beyond his wildest imagination. But there's a problem with the heist. In fact, 2 problems. 1. The heist is deadly. 2. He cannot pull it off on his own. He needs his crew. That makes them a team of 6. And we all know what happens when there are more than one person and a shitload of wealth in a single equation: killing each other. Number 3. All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. He has given the readers community 6 masterpieces, including our book number 3. You can guess the greatness of Anthony Doerr from the fact that he won 5 on Henry Prizes for his fiction. He also became a finalist for the National Book Award twice. It is a historical fiction narrating a tale of love and heartbreak during World War II. So yeah, you are going to cry a bucket of tears, but they will be worth it. It's a Pulitzer Prize-winning story of a French girl, Marie Laure. She lives in Paris with her father. She was 12 years old when the Nazis invaded France. His father-daughter duo took refuge in a citadel in St. Malo. Werner Pfennig lives with his younger sister in a small mining town in Germany. He has an old radio on which he listens to the news of faraway places. How do the lives of a French girl and a German boy interweave? You will find out when you read it. I am warning you though, this once-in-a-lifetime historical fiction will make you fall in love with books. Number 2. Kane and Abel by Jeffrey Archer. He is a novelist, playwright, short story writer, and former member of the Parliament, belonging to the Conservative Party. His political career ended when he was convicted and imprisoned for perverting justice. His book, A Prisoner of Birth, was my introduction to the king of mystery and thriller a couple of years back. After that, I got hooked and read most of his books over the years. His captivating style and storylines leave you no choice but to finish one after another of his books. That's why I think he is a perfect recommendation for reluctant readers. Kane and Abel are 2 men who are born on the same date in opposite parts of the world. Both are heartless, powerful, and ambitious. They both want to build an empire. How do they cross paths, and what fuels their all-consuming hatred for each other? Only reading the text will tell you. Number 1. The Martian by Andy Weir. He is an established software engineer turned author. He appeared as a famous author with the success of his first novel, The Martian. The book gave him a chance to follow his love for space and relative physics. As the title suggests, The Martian is a work of sci-fi and adventure. It was also nominated as one of America's best-loved novels. Its movie adaptation is equally awesome. The book narrates the tale of an astronaut, Mark Watney, who is one of the first people to set foot on Mars. A dust storm leaves him stranded on the planet because his entire crew evacuates. They think he is dead. So now he might also be one of the first ones to die on Mars if he doesn't figure out a way to contact his people on Earth. His supplies will not last long. But Mark isn't the one to give up that easily. Read and find out whether his creativity and engineering skills help him overcome the odds or not. It is understandable if some don't like to read. If you know someone in your friends and family who hates reading, give him one of these 10 books. I can bet my half fortune he will ask you for another recommendation soon. You will see him devouring books as eagerly as you devour cheese pizza or a cheesecake. I will retire for now. If this video helps you find the next book you are going to read, then like and share this video. Let me know in comment section on what type of books I should cover in my next video. Also, if you read one of the book mentioned in this video, share your review or thoughts with us. Subscribe this channel for more such awesome videos. Thanks for watching.